Hello, Diana from Diana Dreger Designs. I'm working on some Mother's Day gifts that friends have asked if I would do some Mother's Day flowers for them. So sure, why not? I don't have to do 200 or anything like I used to. So this is fun. So I found this vase. I just love the shape of this vase. Super simple, but I really enjoy a vase that the neck kind of dips in a little bit. Just seems to be more, it's easier to work with, and it's just more complementary to so many of the styles. I'm going to put some fun foliage in it first. I've cut up a plant, several plants, so you'll see all kinds of craziness. This is called a podocarpus, and it's really kind of pretty. And I got lots of mileage out of cutting a few pieces off of this kind of crazy overgrown plant. So some of it's got a real woody stem, but lasts quite well in water. So I'm gonna carve a little bit of that bark back with my knife so that creates some more water uptake. This may turn out a little bit stylized. It's not gonna be real symmetrical with things that I'm planning on using. So we'll see how it goes. You get a vision, and then sometimes you have to let the flowers, speak for themselves, and sometimes they take over with how it's gonna look, and you don't have all the control that you'd like to. Okay, I'm gonna put, I have a little bit of, this is kind of a funny looking piece of a Hawaiian chapelera, but I love the color, and I'm gonna cut off a few of the lower parts because it's cut off and it would just be thrown anyway. You don't have to feel bad about cutting pieces off. So I'm just using this much of it, but it'll work. It'll work down in the kind of the base of the arrangement. So here, this is a little bit asymmetrical looking so far, but kind of fun. And so I'm going to add some just small thin pieces of the silver dollar eucalyptus to give me a little more height. You see, this crazy piece had great pieces on the sides to cut off, so it's giving me a lot of mileage. So it worked really well. Okay. A little bit in the center, and then we'll get some flowers going. Okay, here we are with the foliage. Foliage can be really pretty. I keep saying it, but foliage can be awesome. You could keep this going and just put one stem of something down into the center, and you'd have the foliage for a good couple of weeks, and you could just change out the one little bloom, that whatever it is that you're choosing to use. So lots of flexibility with foliage, and you can still have something fresh in your surroundings. So I've picked up, everything is from Trader Joe's except for the plants and things, but I've picked up some really pretty Gerbera daisies. They've got just a soft petal pink in the center and this very lemony, soft yellow petals, and very sturdy, super nice. So I'm going to use a few of these. I like my bigger flowers to not be super tall. I feel like they need to be kind of anchored. So we'll do that. They come with these little straws. I take them off because I don't like the plasticky look. And the stems are very sturdy. They put them on because Gerbera daisies sometimes tend to be fairly weak in the stem, but these are great. So I'm choosing one that's a little bit smaller to be a little bit taller than the last one. And then I think I'll pick one that's about the same, but we'll do three. Sometimes people are very adamant about it has to be threes, and it has to be odd numbers, and there's just, every rule can be broken. So it doesn't have to be three. Two can look great. Just depends. Okay, so here's just already pretty, very simple 3 Gerbera daisies, and along with the nice variety of foliage. It's already pretty. That could be it. This would be great if you were doing table decorations and you needed something really cost effective and but that looks like a lot, and I think this looks like a lot. So there you have it. You could do just that and it would be super great. I also picked up some miniature calla lilies, and they're just delightful. This bunch has 12 stems. Generally they come in 10, so I think I got a bonus. But they're great, and they last crazy long. So I think they're gonna go great with the Gerbera daisies. Now a calla lily stem is fun because you can manipulate the stem, kind of massage the stem. Like if I want this to curve that way, and just lightly kind of massage the stem, and it goes how I want it to. Wish everything cooperated that much, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go kind of in between the Gerbera daisies, and the calla lilies have a fairly soft, fleshy stem, so you don't want to jam hard, or they're gonna break or kind of bend and mush. So it's kind of be mindful of that. They hold up well, but they just need a little bit of gingerly care when being worked with. So this one is kind of small and just really sweet, but I'm going to put that one kind of down, and I'll turn this around so you can see how it's looking in a bit here. Again, I've bought several bunches of things and then breaking them up to share the joy, and it's amazing how so few stems can really look great. So you don't need a whole dozen of anything to make a statement. And you can spread your dollars out a little bit more. Okay, here we're going with the calla lilies. Show you a little bit. They're really going well with that Gerbera daisy, really working out really nicely. I see a hole right here, so I need a piece of foliage. I think we're going to do another little skinny piece of the silver dollar eucalyptus. And I think this piece would be really delightful with a couple of the white ranunculus. I just feel like this will be gorgeous. Let's give it a try. Look at this beauty. You can see it well. It's just so full of petals, and they're just so perfect. It's just one of those amazing things to me. Now, because of the look and the size, and I'm going to use these fairly low in the arrangement. So I want them to be close to the lip of the vase. I think they'll hold up best that way. They hold up fairly well. Just always remember to, use the preservative that the flowers come with. Follow the directions, so use the right amount for the right amount of water, and keep the vase filled with water. You do not have to change the water every day. That is not true. That does not need to happen. It needs to be filled every day so that it stays up to the top. And then when the water gets kind of junky looking, then change the water. A couple of days, 3 days, 4 days. It doesn't have to be every day, because the preservative is acting as a bactericide, and it's helping the flowers and feeding the flowers. So you keep it simple on yourself. We don't ever want flowers to be a pain. We want them to be delightful and enjoyable. So we've got a couple of ranunculus added. See that guy down underneath? It's just so springy and pretty. This little stem's fairly tight yet, and it has 2 little buds. The buds are, I'm sure, too small to open, but they're really cute anyway. So I always leave them, and I'd like them to be seen and be part of the design as well, because they're just so cool. Okay, maybe one more ranunculus to balance the other guy in front. There's another bigger one, so we'll use this guy. I'm going to cut this piece in 2 pieces because I really would like to use this bud stem as well. So I'm going to use this bigger bloom down low as an anchor. And then the bud piece, we'll find a fun spot for the buds. Try that again. It didn't end up exactly where I wanted it, so I'll move it. Okay. who this is for, I'm going to add a few more of the Calla Lilies. Make it a little more fancy. All of it's really pretty long lasting, and a lot of people, oh my gosh, look at this one. Look how cool this is. It's like a double. Here's the Calla Lily part, and this is actually maybe, you know, just an extension of that. It's just one of those amazing nature things. I'm actually going to move one that I had and put this one so it can steal part of the show. So, yeah, so with an arrangement like this, if there's something that fades first, you know, pull it out. And because of the foliage rather filling out the container right away, it's going to be pretty even if it only has just a few of the pieces left. And then you can recut the stem and you know, reshape it a little bit. But I keep things going a long time just by taking things apart and kind of reshaping. And I love flowers after all these years in the flower world for, oh my goodness, 40 years or something. Still love them. So I love to have them around and try to nurture that as much as I possibly can. Okay, so here we have it. Gerbera daisies, miniature Calla Lilies, and Ranunculus, and fun foliage in a really great vase. And I think I may tie a neat ribbon around the top of this, the neck, by the neck of this vase, and it'll just give it that extra little sweetness and a little extra style. Thanks for watching. Enjoy flowers often. Treat yourself. Enjoy.